is teacher again. Are you ready for your speaking test? Alright, so can you tell me about yourself first? Introduce yourself.
My name is Phung. I'm 17 years old.
Okay.
I live in Bavi, Hanoi. On the free time, I often sleep.
Alright, so are you ready, Phung?
Yes.
Okay, let's begin with Unit 5. Let's talk about food and drink. So, gonna use this one, and can you name the foods and drinks here? So this is not an example. This is okay. Get this one. This is one. This is repeat it.
This is milk.
Right.
This is tea. And this is orange juice.
Right.
And this is cereal. And this is egg.
Right.
This is toast.
Right.
And this is soda. This is banana.
Right.
This is potato chip. This is sugar.
Right.
This is ham. This is cheese. This is tomato.
Right.
This is water. This is ice cream.
Right.
This is potato.
Right.
This is carrot. This is peas. This is cookie. This is apple. This is chocolate. This is candy.
What about you, Phung? What did you eat for breakfast? Or yeah, for breakfast, what did you eat?
I have one.
For breakfast, what did you eat?
Breakfast. I eat bread and drink milk.
Drink milk, drunk milk. Okay. Let's add the countable and uncountable nouns. So for the countable noun, we use there is or there are. Okay, can you use the stick? There is
There is a carrot.
right?
There is a tomato.
Right.
There is a cake. There are two biscuits.
Right.
There is a lemon. There is a sandwich.
Right.
There is an onion. There is an egg. There is a watermelon. There is a burger.
Very good. Now for the uncountable noun, you are going to use there's or there is some. Okay, there is some water. Let's begin.
There is some water.
Right.
There is some salt. There is some sugar.
Right.
There is some spaghetti. There is some rice. There is some flour.
Right.
There is some cheese.
That's right.
There is some meat. There is some juice. There is some milk.
Alright, very good. Let's proceed now to our unit 6, and that is transportation. So, Phung, can you name these transportation? Like number 1, what transportation is this? Number 1. It's
a boat. It's a boat.
right.
It's a helicopter.
Right.
It's a subway.
Right. Number 4.
It's a bus.
Right. Number 5.
It's a train.
Right.
It's a motorbike.
Right.
It's a bike.
Right.
It's a taxi.
Good.
This This a subway.
No, it's not.
This is truck. This is car.
What about you, Phung? When you go to the school, what transportation do you use? When you go to school?
I
use what transportation?
I use bus.
Bus when you go to school?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Let's go now to our present, progressive, for future. So, in the future, you can describe things that what you're going to do. Let's say, for example, Phung, on Sunday, what are you doing on Sunday?
On Sunday, I'm going to the movie at 7 p.m.
Right. What are you doing on Monday?
I'm playing the labor at 4:30 p.m. on Monday.
What about on Saturday? What are you doing?
On Saturday, I am visiting Uncle Rose and Aunt Sophia.
Right. What about on Tuesday? What are you doing?
On Tuesday, I am studying science at Julia's house after school.
Right. What about on Friday? What are you doing?
I am having a pizza with mom and dad at 8 p.m. on Friday.
Right. What about on Wednesday? What are you doing?
On Wednesday, I am going swimming at 4:30 p.m.
Right. What about on Thursday? What are you doing?
On Thursday, I am meeting Tom and Ines. 4:30 p.m.
Okay, good job. Let's use now the structure how long plus take. How long does it take you to walk through the Central Park?
It takes 1 hour to walk through Central Park.
Right. How long does it take you to take shower?
It takes 5 minutes for me to take a shower.
That's right. How long does it take you to go to Canal Street on the subway?
It takes 30 minutes to go to Canal Street on the subway.
Alright, okay, very good. Let's go to our unit 7, and this time we will use the comparative and superlative form. So we have here 3 people, so namely Tom, Sally, and Ellen, and we have here different descriptions. Let's describe the age of Tom, Sally, and Ellen. Can you describe the age? Next one.
Sally is older than Ellen.
Right.
Tom is the oldest.
Very good. What about, can you describe or compare the height of Tom, Sally, and Ellen? The height.
Tom is taller than Ellen.
Then?
Ellen.
Right.
Sally is the tallest.
Right. Can you compare the weight of Tom, Sally, and Ellen?
Sally is heavier than Ellen.
That's right.
Tom is the heaviest.
Right. When it comes to intelligence, compare Tom, Sally, and Ellen.
Ellen is more intelligent than Tom.
Right.
Sally is the most intelligent.
That's right. What about when it comes to good? Okay, compare Tom, Sally, and Ellen.
Tom is better than Sally.
Right.
Ellen is the best.
Alright, very good. Let's go to Unit 8. Let's talk about the emotions and feelings. Now, Phuong, can you tell me how does he feel? The example is one. How does he feel? And you use the stick.
He feels annoyed.
Right. How does he feel?
He
How does he feel?
She feels proud.
Feels proud.
She feels sad.
Right. Number 4.
She feels frightened.
Right. Number 5.
He feels bored.
Right.
She feels embarrassed.
Embarrassed. Right.
Embarrassed.
Number 7. How do they feel?
They feel excited.
Right. Number 8.
He feels confident.
Right. Number 9.
They feel happy.
Right. Number 10.
She feels angry.
It's angry. And number 11.
She feels fed up.
Fed up. Okay, now Phung, the question is, how do you feel when it's your first day of your summer vacation? How do you feel?
I feel excited when it's the first day of my summer vacation.
So how do you feel when you are walking alone in the street at night? How do you feel?
I feel scared.
Scared.
When I walk alone in the night.
Okay, so how do you feel when you win in a competition?
I feel proud when I win in the contest.
And how do you feel when you argue with your sister or your brother?
I feel angry when I argue with brother or sister.
And how do you feel when you failed at your test?
I feel sad when I failed at my test.
Okay, very good. Let's go to our reading. So you are going to read the story, and later on we are going to answer some questions. So what is the title of your story?
The fox and the crow.
Right, very good. So now let's read our story. Okay, can you see?
A crow was sitting on the branch of a tree with a piece of cheese in its beak when the fox came up and saw him. He really wanted that cheese for himself. He stood under the tree and said, "What a beautiful bird! If only his voice was as beautiful as his feathers, he would be the best bird there could be." The crow was flattered with this and opened his beak to show the fox how beautifully he could sing of crows. The cheese fell to the ground. The fox grabbed it and sat blushing. "You have a voice. I can see what you do not have in wits."
Alright, good. So for me, question number 1 is, what does the crow have?
The crab had a piece of cheese.
Right? So as the crow sat there, who came up? As the crow sat there, who came up?
As the crab sat there, a fox came up.
Right. So what do you think the fox wants?
The fox wanted to have the cheese.
Very good. So the fox began to flatter the crow. So what do you think the meaning of the word flatter?
The fox began to flatter the crowd to talk about what mean to another is.
Yes, you're good, you're beautiful. So the fluttering of the fox, what about the crow's what?
The fluttering of the fox. What about the crow's beautiful fox?
Alright, okay, good job, Phung, and congratulations. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.